This is Michael McConnell, editor of SNPs, here at the SMACNA 2012 conference in Las Vegas. And I'm here with David Quigley, the Chief Operating Officer with East Coast. How are you doing, David?
I'm doing fine, Michael.
Could you talk to me a little bit about what the problem-solving solutions that you're offering contractors at this show?
One of the most fundamental things that we've been addressing this year is, number one, the tremendous amount of robust, rich data that's available to these contractors that are currently not being used. And of course, as we all know, building information modeling, at the core of all that is the ability to use rich data and reuse it. So, currently, unfortunately, most programs, folks in my business, data goes just so far and that's it, and they don't reuse it. So in our case, one of the fundamental things is how we address all this robust data. The second part is the inefficiencies in the workflows. So you have MEP engineers that are building, fairly sophisticated, detailed models, and when they finish with it, oftentimes these models are not being taken to the next step. And of course, what we do with our MEP design and fabrication tool set is that we're able to take a fully engineered drawing and make it fabrication ready. The third piece is that there are a number of individuals, stakeholders if you'd like, in the building contractor market that we support that are not having access and do not have any of the information that is available to that CAD manager that typically is involved in the CAD project, the design effort. There are all these other people like the project management, like the site foreman, like the shop foreman, the man that does all the shipping from shop to the site. So what we have been addressing is how to solve their needs, how to bring data and information to that group of people. What we brought to the forum, the quantitative results that we have gleaned and researched over the past 6 months with our customers. We have 5 studies in how to take a Revit MEP design and take that design and convert it to fabrication readiness of those drawings. Now, the quantitative aspect to all of that is the fact that we're able to show we're not talking about a 40% or 50% factor in increasing the productivity. We're talking about multiple times factors, from 15 times faster to 32 times faster. What that means is that using our MEP design workflow, you the contractor, are able to take what normally would take 30 days to do a detail, you can do it in 1 day. That is game-changing for sure. The other part that we really brought to the table here is the aggregation of all of that robust, rich object data, to be able to aggregate that in a whole nother database we call the MEP Project Manager Database. That Project Manager database now contains information that allows all of those other stakeholders who I mentioned earlier before to have that data to make critical decisions during the building life cycle. And that building life cycle isn't just in the CAD design piece, it's everything that goes on once that virtual model becomes real. And we do that with some pretty extraordinary new tools, and yet at the same time it's so simple and easy to use. So of course that's what we're bringing to the table.
And how has this approach change the way contractors deliver their services?
Well, mostly, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the most important part is that for their customers, the owners, and for the prime contractor and the general contractor, you now have a contractor that, one, abides by and follows a open, standards-based, fully BIM compliant workflow. And what does that bring to the table? It brings to the table the fact that all of that engineering work that was done, all of the architectural design work that was done up ahead of them, upstream, is now available to them, so they don't have to put in any additional detail related to those domains above them. So they're able to make use of all of the domain-specific knowledge that happened before them. All they're responsible for, which is a pretty significant part of the project, as you know, adding the robust detail specific to their domain, the manufacturing and fabrication of that HVAC set of objects to and installing in that building. And then, of course, the next stage is taking that and handing it in a very easy to manage way to the facility manager. So that is, and we can do that by reducing significantly the amount of time that takes. So where does that benefit the owner? It benefits the owner because they now have a contractor that can absolutely hit the schedule that's being asked of them. And in the BIM marketplace today, the schedules are much shorter. And so we are providing that contractor the ability to not only meet that schedule, but deliver earlier. So that saves the owner time, and it saves certainly that contractor lots of resources and time.
Dave, thank you so much for talking to me.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Michael. Thanks for asking me those very solid questions.
And this is Michael McConnell with David Quigley at the 2012 SMACNA Convention. Thanks for watching.